25 yards. 4-yard field. One after by number 99.
The Tigers are down at the north end zone, stretching out. And we'll probably have about 3 more minutes before second half kickoff. If you're just now joining us, obviously by the score, if you've seen that through our Facebook page, it's Wagner 44, the Tigers 0. So it's obviously been all Wagner this first half. But John, there at the beginning of the first quarter, there were a lot of back and forths.
That's right. There wasn't a lot of scoring there in the first quarter. I think we scored 2 touchdowns. If I remember right, I think we were up 15-0, and then the second quarter, Wagner just went on a tear, thanks to the turnovers, the amazing defense, and the dominant field position where we had the ball pretty much on the Tiger 35 or 40 every possession. And then the kicking game, special teams, and you just don't see that what we saw tonight in a normal football game where the ball is kicked and it bounces and we recover. Something else. So
it really wasn't an onside kick, but the result was that the Bulldogs were able to secure the ball on 2 separate occasions on kickoffs.
Right. Yeah.
What seemed to be pretty mundane kickoffs. Right. I mean, yes, they were a little short, but then on the other side of things, you could claim that the Bulldogs knew exactly what they were doing. Right. And maybe they saw something on film.
Well, sometimes you say kick it where they're not.
Yeah, right.
And if you're using your Oklahoma English, kick it where they ain't. And that's what we did. I mean, take what they give you sometimes on offense. If the corners are playing 10, 12 yards deep, then hit the quick hitch.
Yep.
Take the 5-yard out. Take what they give you. So
if they play the bump and run, then you go long.
Yeah, go long. Hit a hitch and go.
So if you're just now joining us again, it's been all Bulldogs in the first half. Probably looks and sounds a little different than what you're used to. I know had someone asking about maybe making the picture wider. Well, if we do that, then you're going to have to turn your TV up on its end.
Yeah, that won't work.
Many people at home on their big screens, and not quite easy enough to turn those as it would be their cell phones or their tablets, laptops, or whatever. So I'm going to give it the skinnier version of the field for this second half. At the end of the day, at least we're able to get the action to you, as we've struggled all night long. And if it makes anybody feel better, I talked to the Tahlequah stream, and we both were headed to the down the stairs toward the concession stands and the bathrooms, and both of us just shaking our heads the whole time, asking each other how it was going, and I guess terrible is the best way to put it. So he said they had to go to their cell phones as well. So misery loves company, John.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're doing everything we can to bring you the game, but on the format of the screen, we have to kind of go what's traditional, probably 4:3 format, maybe a 4:3 ratio. And if we filmed in the widescreen, the 16:9, like you said, Jeremy, they would have to flip their TV vertically, not horizontally.
John, so right now the Tigers have been lined up to kick this second half kick away, and the Bulldogs still been on the sidelines. And as far as the first half goes, that would be about the only time that the Tigers would be able to score if they would have kicked it right then.
That's right. Yeah, we were still huddled up on the sideline, but the referee hadn't given the green light yet. But here we go for the second half. That's a pooch kick. Catch that.
Bo McFarland, great hands, and that was all hands while he had somebody on his back.
Yep.
A little hesitation there, but the fella's got some strong hands because the Tigers were right there to make the tackle.
Yeah, he acted quickly. He had to snatch that on the first hop really quick because the Tahlequah, there's two defenders there right in his face.
I guess Tahlequah maybe watched some first half film.
That's right.
Say, hey, let's copy what Mr. Butler's been doing to us the last couple of times. So it's Bulldog ball, 1st and 10 on their own 36. Charbonneau rolling to his right now. Man, wide open.
Fall there. Oh!
That's Tayshawn Williams. that still a live ball?
It was still live ball. He hit it with his hand and it actually bounced on his shoulder pad. It was just floating right there on his back for just a second or so, and then it fell off, and he didn't realize it was still there.
So I think the press box thought it was an incomplete pass because the clock did stop. So, but I'm with you, John. I think that was a live ball and it popped up off the shoulder pad.
Yeah, it was live.
And I think Williams was as surprised as anybody.
Right, that's true. Well, there's Tayshawn Williams, number 21, on his first carry of the second half there. He gains, looks like 2 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 8.
2-yard gain, the ball.
From the 38,
Put down 8.
Charbonneau from the shotgun. This is Williams. He pulls it out. Now
Oh,
finds Swanson on the
got a
slant.
flag.
Swanson cuts it back to the outside. He's not going to be caught as he will run it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. But there is a flag on
He
the play.
picked it up. No, he
Okay,
picked it
I
up.
was about to say that I don't see it anymore.
Well, there it is, far side. I see it.
Oh, yeah.
I saw one go in the air.
I think they picked it up on this side, or at least it looked like it was a lot
Yeah,
closer to that one.
I could. Ineligible man downfield.
Illegal man downfield will nullify that pitch and catch. That would have been the second one for Charbonneau and Swanson.
That was a great run, great catch, and nifty moves.
Yes.
But an ineligible man downfield is basically one of your linemen. They're given about 3 yards within the line of scrimmage, and then he was past that. So that is a penalty. A lineman is not an eligible receiver unless he reports to the referee as eligible.
So it is 3rd down 13 for the Bulldogs from their own 33. Here's Charbonneau, inside screen to Ford. Ford showing the
He's got
speed of his
first down.
own. I think he did.
I'm right on
at
the marker.
stairs. Yep. His knees went down at the markers. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. The ball is at the 46-yard line. And Ford, I like kind of see a foot race between Ford and Swanson.
Yeah, that's true.
Ford really turned it on there.
Yeah, I call that just like a little slip screen where the H-back just kind of slides in right behind the linebackers.
Here's
And off
Williams.
to Tayshawn, he's still going.
Williams.
He's running strong.
Wow. He'll pick up 3 when he should have lost 1.
He should have lost 1, so give him a gain of 4, even though it's a gain of 3.
Gets to the 49 for a 2nd and 7 from the Bulldog 49. This is the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Bulldogs ahead 44-0 over the Tigers. Charbonneau on a 2nd and 7, hands it off to Williams, same play, and about the same result with a 3, maybe 4-yard gain this time to the Tiger 47-yard line. We're going to call it 3rd and 3 for the Bulldogs. And looks like, John, that the Bulldogs are going with a no huddle.
Yeah, just go quick. Catch him off guard.
3rd down 3 upcoming for the Bulldogs.
That's Tayshawn in motion off to the left. Charbonneau's got room to run. He just doesn't know which way to go, but he goes forward, and he's got a 1st down, Jeremy.
And, John, it's always good when you just run forward.
Yeah, Dad always said get those pads north and south. Most football fields are built north and south.
He did. He just kind of picking and choosing left or right, and then he was like, you know what, I'll just go forward. So he gets the 1st down to the Tiger 43-yard line. 1st and 10 as,
He's down.
okay.
Mark him down. That's Tayshawn Williams there behind the block of 64, Trevor Fowler, big left tackle there. Moving people.
So it will be a 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6 from the 39. Here's a latecomer. That's Trenton Edward taking Williams' spot right there at the last second. Play clock under 10. And here is the jet sweep, Avon Goodland.
Nice.
Goodland slides through a couple tacklers and
Easy,
still
fellas, easy.
having a little conversation out of bounds.
Yeah, just a little extra tussle.
Goodland
Hey,
picks up
got
good
a flag.
yardage.
Got a flag,
Oh,
Jeremy.
Okay. And that was a hold, I think. I believe that was a holding call as I looked right up when the signal was given. So we're going to have a 10-yard penalty back to the 48-yard line. Well, spotted at the 49 for a 2nd and 16 now.
Unfortunately, Jeremy, when a play works sometimes, and unfortunately sometimes we do something wrong, illegally. There's a reason why it worked. We may have had a hold there, which we did. We got 4 wide here with shotgun formation. A little head pressure on
way
shot.
downfield is Shield Knight, and the Tigers are there. Either early or great timing.
Yep.
And if you're a Bulldog fan, according to their response, you thought he got there early, but Tiger defense making a good play on the ball.
I think that was number 4, Cutter Gardner.
Gardner?
I think so, the corner making a good play. It was either him or 21.
21 is Chris Perry for the Tigers. And so that makes it 3rd and 16 for the Bulldogs at the Tiger 49. Charbonneau underneath screen. Goodland able to make a great catch, one-hander to bring it down, and then
Probably got gain of 10.
speeds across to the 41. So a little bit of decision there. I have a feeling we'll probably go for it as we are at the Tiger 41-yard line. It'll be 4th and 8, and John, it does look like we'll go for it.
So we got 3 split out to the near side of the screen. That's trips to the left with 1 receiver up top. Charbonneau looks left. Got room to run.
Still looking left. Now
Wide open.
Wide open. Swanson. And Swanson ahead to the 17. They'll spot him at the 18. And Charbonneau and Swanson have had several connections.
Right,
tonight.
yeah, they kind of know what each other's doing. He sat basically on the near sideline, running an out route, and just planted and just said, throw it to me. Throw it to me, Kale. I'm open.
1st and 10 from the Tiger 18 as the Bulldogs look to extend their lead. Here's Trenton Edward. Edward inside the 15 to about the 13-yard line. And John, remember, this is the opening drive of the second half. Right?
That's right, for the Bulldogs.
Yeah. So have run off 5 minutes now.
Yeah, time of possession is big too in a football game, and yeah, we've had the ball the entire 3rd quarter so far.
Here's Charbonneau rolling to
Shield
his
Knight's
right.
open.
Shield Knight is in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Now, I know I was a little early on that call, John, but judging from the last time he was headed towards the end zone, he was not going to be denied.
Not going to be denied. Yeah, Shield Knight in for his first touchdown of the night. That's number 12, committed to the University of Oklahoma for next year.
Earlier on in the first half, Shield Knight just short of touchdown material, and so this time he would not be denied from the connection from Charbonneau. Here's Rhett Butler, sophomore kicker for the extra point attempt. Swanson on the hold, clean snap, clean hold, and that is good. The Bulldogs have eclipsed the half-century mark, and the extra point makes it 51-0 for the Tigers. And John, I'm a little embarrassed to mention our Friday Night Bulldog sponsors. We've had a big time struggle up here, but we do appreciate them sponsoring Friday Night Bulldogs and Wagner Athletics in general. And the corporate sponsors: Advanced Orthopedics, Cherokee Personnel, Prestige Plumbing, Good Neighbor Realty, Row Insurance, Richard Gray, Kevin Grover GMC, Moore Lancaster Agency, the Bank First, Apex Title and Closing, and Beth Johnson of Good Neighbor Realty. Those are our corporate sponsors. And John, right now I'm sure there are fans at home saying, y'all better give them their money back.
Yeah, we've had a rough night, unfortunately. Technology's not always on our side.
And we'll get elite sponsors after this long
Yeah,
kickoff.
we got a fumble.
And Tigers able to pick it up at about their 16, finds a little bit of daylight to get to the 25, and that's going to be the end of that return. And John, you go ahead and mention our elite sponsors tonight.
So we've got Shipman Funeral Home on the elite side, Armstrong Bank, Aspire Health, Arvest Bank, followed by Blue Sky Bank. We've got the Smoking Sisters on Dewey. We've got Meats and More, Wagner County Abstract, Owl Drug. And then to finish us up, we got Bonnie's Flowers and the Smoking Sisters located downtown on Main Street. Thank you guys for your continued support of Friday Night Bulldogs as we enter the third quarter on defense, up 51-0.
6 minutes and 31 seconds as the
Wide open.
Tigers have a little underneath pass, gets to the 30-yard line.
That's number 35 for the Tigers, Cale Dobbins,
Okay.
on his first reception of the night.
He's going to pick up 5 to the 30. It'll be 2nd and 5, and we may have to give our corporate and elite sponsors free membership for next year if we don't get our act together up here. So it'll be 2nd and 5 from the 30. McIlvain from the shotgun. Here's the inside handoff.
No.
Yeah, is that Von Holt again? No, he's able to bounce. It was first.
Yeah,
Von Holt.
initially.
And looks
Number
like
9, Bo McFarland.
to
And
clean it up.
32, Bryce Steele.
Bryce Steele. Actually going to lose one back to the 29. 3rd and 6 as the Tigers just try to get their first down of this half. And unfortunately, if you're a Tiger fan, there just haven't been very many first downs for the game.
They've been few and far between. Few and far between. The Bulldogs have looked really good on defense.
This is just now the first possession for the Tigers of the second half. Here's McIlvain rolling to his right. Got a man underneath and makes the catch.
That's Elvis.
Yes, it is. Elvis still in the building. Number 7 has made several catches tonight as he gets across the 40 to the 42-yard line. We were just talking about those first downs being coming really, really hard for the Tigers, but that time they're able to pick it up. As the Bulldogs just completed almost a 6-minute drive there to eclipse that half-century mark.
That's right. We ate a lot of clock, as they say.
1st and 10 Tigers from the Bulldog, or from the Tiger 41-yard line. McIlvain from the shotgun. Here's the inside handoff, bounces to the outside, crosses the 45.
Hold on to him.
To the 47-yard line. Edward, Ford, and Bryce Steele all in on the tackle.
Bryce Steele.
A pickup of 5 on the play to the 47, just shy of the 47. We'll call it 2nd and 5 for Tigers. I believe, John, after this drive, we may see a lot of the second stringers coming in.
That's right. They want to get them some reps for sure. Got a really nice, comfortable lead. Pressure on the quarterback here, 42. Quarterback throws it away as Bo McFarland and is that Gavin
Miller.
Gavin Miller with pressure on the quarterback.
Which Bo and Gavin are cousins.
Oh, is that right?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Bo's mom and Gavin's dad. Let me see. I'm trying to get this right. No, I think it's Gavin's mom and Bo's dad are brother and sister.
Okay.
I think that's the way it works.
Okay.
So we got an injured Tiger on the field, but it looks like hopefully just a cramp as they're trying to stretch that out. We hope that's all it is. But we've got 3:45 left in the third quarter, and we talk about this a lot, John, when the score is what it is. That you got to start the discussion of, okay, when do we put our second team in that to get them some reps. And we've talked about it a lot, that I think that's one of the keys that Wagner has had so much success over many, many years, is because the second team gets a lot of reps.
That's right.
All the way through the season, and a lot of times in the playoffs as well.
That's right.
So they played in big games, and so when they become juniors and seniors, they're not quite as nervous when they're the starters.
That's true. And in practice, a lot of times your twos are going against your ones.
Yep.
Because your first string on defense is going against the second string on offense. So they are getting reps in practice as that ball's overthrown to Elvis, the 6'5" receiver from Tahlequah. Great size.
Yeah,
so
Myers.
Fourth down.
Elvis Myers, the intended receiver. McElwain overshoots him, so the incomplete pass makes it a 4th and 5 from the 47 as the Tiger punt team comes on the field. It's number 2 back deep to receive to Caden Ford. Number 3, Swanson is the up man. Swanson usually the deep back on punts, at least last season, but it's Ford this time. Here's a line drive. Ford's going to have a chance to return it, and he
is 23.
Good coverage from the Tigers that time, as Ford gets about a 7-yard return, but no more.
It's Traven Morrison for the Tigers in on the tackle there. So you're right, Jeremy. Looks like on this offense, the Bulldogs, we have a lot of new numbers. So be patient with us as we go through and try to give everybody credit here.
Looks like second team quarterback number 1, McHenry, is out there for sure. Let's see, 24 is going to line up at the bottom of your screen.
Jonah Smith.
Jonah Smith, okay. And I can't tell you who's at the top of the screen right now.
So that's McHenry on the run to the left. He's got room. Looks good. Got to pick up a 10 there, Jeremy, on the left side. Wagner first down. Got a Tahlequah player down, injured here on the 34. So we'll take a timeout, officials timeout for injured player. Yeah, McHenry took the ball and direct snap and just took off around the left tackle. Picked up 10 on the play. Looked good.
Sorry, John.
Are you going to Verklempt? He'll be all right. I'll take over. So it looks like we got, I'll try to get some of our Bulldogs recognized here. We got number 65 in there. That's Stavery James. Number 66, we got Lane Beebe. At wideout, number 24, Jonah Smith. Also got number, I want to say it's number 5. I can't read the numbers, facing the wrong direction. But here we go. Players off the field. We're back in action.
So those receivers we're talking about at the top, that's 22 and 14. That's Zion Corey and Noah Cantrell. Trouble with the snap. McHenry wisely falls on it. But those were those 2 receivers that, at least my eyes.
Yeah, you had a better angle on those 2 up top.
So
some of our linemen looks like we still have the same offensive line.
Yeah.
For the most part.
So it's going to be 2nd and long for the Bulldogs. McHenry from the shotgun. That's 29 in the backfield. We'll get a name here as McHenry is looking for number 24, Jonah Smith.
Yeah, just underthrew him a little bit. Basically, we've substituted the skill positions. That's your quarterback, your running backs, and your receivers. Right now, we got the same 5 interior linemen. All your skill positions have been substituted. He's got a lot of room on the right side. If it decides to run, he throws it to 22.
Makes the catch. That's McHenry to number 22 is, let me check that number, Zion Corey.
About 2 yards short.
Just mentioned him at the top of your screen just a couple of plays ago. This time McHenry finds him, and it's going to be 4th and 2. And I'll be really surprised if we punt this away. Maybe we do.
We are.
At least we're going to.
It's either our.
Really,
is this our first punt or second punt?
I think it's the second punt.
Second punt.
Remember, the first one went down to the 1 yard.
Okay, that's right. Inside the 1. That's right. Second punt. Second punt of the night for the Bulldogs. So still got a couple guys coming in. Got to make sure we're right on special teams. We just need 11 Bulldogs.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There we go. Now we got 11 out. And looks like we're
delay
going to
game.
Delay, okay. So are they?
Yeah. We
thought I might have squeezed a timeout there, but we're putting it away. And I think Belong has proven his leg strength, so I don't think 5 yards is going to matter to him.
Right. So I'll be punting a little bit into the wind. There's just a little bit of a north breeze, so snap, a little high. Man, nice high kick.
Yes.
That's going to roll.
Going to get a bounce, Bulldog bounce, and we didn't thought it was going to come back to us, so we went ahead and downed it there. Yep, McHenry's down to put the ball at the Tiger 20, about the 23-yard line. as we are almost at the minute mark left in this third quarter.
So let's see on defense. It looked like we got some new numbers there on defense
Okay.
too, Jeremy. I see number 24 there at the corner. That's
Jonah
Jonas Smith. I got number 14. Looks like it's safety, Noah Cantrell. 22 at the other corner. Looks like he's swapping sides, Zion Corey. 62 and that's Carter Brown. Number 51, that is Ryland Whitaker. And there is a
Along is down there on the defensive
Okay.
line now. So that rounds out the defensive lineman. Looks like Elijah Love is out there as well on defense. We've called his name a couple of times on special teams, I believe. Maybe made a couple of catches on the offensive side of things. And the Tigers able to get across the 35 to the 37-yard line. Looks like McHenry is still out there for the Bulldogs. And that might be everyone. Zion Corey out on the other corner.
Did I get Javon Smith at linebacker?
Yep, 25. And Javon and Jonah are brothers out there. And Javon Smith is the sophomore, I believe, and Jonah Smith is the freshman.
Okay.
Both out there at the same time.
Also see Garen Arnold, number 34,
Okay.
out there at linebacker. And then you got McHenry there at safety. And I think that's got us all.
Yeah, I think so.
Did I get 13?
13
Love?
is Love. Yeah,
Okay.
Elijah Love
Okay.
down at the down.
I don't like to miss anybody.
Yep. So the Tigers will have a 2nd and 7. Here's the running back across the left side. He's going to get good yardage and get a first down for the Tigers. And 1st and 10 as the third quarter comes to a close. The Wagner Bulldogs 51. The Talcott Tigers 0. And John, I think the Bulldogs just had the ball 2 times for that third quarter.
I think that's right, Jeremy. Yep, we milked off of probably a good 6-minute drive, 6 or 7-minute drive for the first part of the third quarter, and as the fours go up, we're looking good. We're pitching a shutout, as Dad would say, and looking good. 51-point lead going into the fourth quarter. We've got some of our younger Bulldogs getting in and getting some action, so that's always good. Get there, some experience and some what I call PT. That's playing time.
Yep.
Always good to get on the field and get. You're only as good as your deepest player a lot of times. So.
On that note, John, I remember, I think this was the 2015 season as the Tigers.
Woo! Nice stick. Nice stick.
The ball along, and it was that
25?
Yeah, that's Javon Smith.
Yeah.
Just talking about him and his brother out there at the same time. Well, Javon showed his presence there.
Yeah, he lowered the boom there. Put the good form tackle, shoulder right in the breadbasket, and put him on his back. Turned him over.
That 2015 season, Malcolm Rodriguez had gotten injured on the play and came off on one of the very few times that he had missed a play, and I believe it was Blake Dumond, or one of the Dumond brothers, stepped in and made a critical 2 or 3 plays while Rodriguez was able to get worked on. And we were at Sand Springs at the time, I believe. And that was during the whole 48 straight, three-peat.
Right.
And so right along with what you're saying, you just never know when your number's going to get called.
That's true. That's true. That's DJ Pierce there on the tackle for the Bulldogs. They pick up 3rd and 7 for the Tigers. They're going to have to snap it quick with about 5 seconds left.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, got a false start. Left tackle jump there.
Probably looking at that clock winding down.
Yeah, he knew it was getting close.
So we apologize for not being able to keep up with many comments tonight, although from the text I'm getting, I don't think we want to look at the comments tonight, John.
maybe a little rough.
It's,
Just bear with us, Bulldog Nation. It seems like it would go smooth and easy.
well, especially after 16 seasons of this.
Right.
But again, you just never know. All right. So, and we know that the FNB faithful know that they're just at any given point, there can come an interruption here.
Got him.
As that's Myers, Elvis Myers, and number 6 making the stop.
I think that's Pierce. Nope. Yeah, DJ Pierce.
DJ Pierce.
Right.
I think Pierce changed his number from last year.
Okay.
I think he was 20 or 21, somewhere around there last year. And is that Myers still
That's
down?
Elvis. Yeah, he took a shot on the ankle. He's holding the lower part of his leg, so we'll take an official's timeout to tend to him. With exactly 10 minutes left in the ball game.
I will say this, John, that we even went premium in every subscription imaginable of trying to get a steady stream, and we're at about, I don't know, it's about $50 somewhere around there to pay for a premium subscription, and tonight it didn't matter.
Gosh, yeah.
So, again, we appreciate your patience, and we talked about our FNB sponsors, and maybe we need to sponsor them a couple of different times during this week, so they can feel good about the FNB live stream. But anyway, we do appreciate your patience as the Bulldogs have had this game well in hand, really about halfway through the second quarter.
Yeah, we've been in control the entirety of the game, so it's been a good night for the Bulldogs, and foul calls out to punt another time.
We've had Tigers and Tigers these last 2 weeks of the opening of the season. Next week we will have the Pirates of Bristow as the Tigers punted away. Here is number 2 with the fair catch. That's Decaden Ford. Fields it cleanly, and it'll be at the 22-yard line where the Bulldogs will take over with 9:49 left. But, John, if you remember a few seasons ago, we traveled to Bristow, and Bristow was able to come away with the win. And so it's always been a pretty good battle these last handful of seasons.
Right.
I can't remember exactly how it ended last season, as early on in district play, I believe. But Wagner was able to control that game. Here is McHenry, a little bit of a stiff arm, and he'll get
first down
almost to the 35-yard line as the Bulldogs continue to move the chains, and McHenry getting some good reps at quarterback. They have him at 6'4", 185, and he is a junior. And if you've been following Kel Charbonneau, he is a senior. He will graduate after this year. And we may be looking at the future right now for the Wagner Bulldogs.
That's true.
McHenry rolling to his right, directing traffic. Now he's going to take it himself.
Tuck it and run.
Gets across the 40 and gets that 6'5" frame to the 42-yard line for a good pickup.
We got a flag back on the 30, Jeremy.
It's probably going to be holding.
Most likely holding when it's thrown in that area. Still got some, looks like a couple new linemen in there. That's number 78. That's Logan Jones.
And they're going to wave the flag off, John.
Okay. Got number 60, Colt Stroud in there. Also see number 57. That's Hayden Freeman. And look at those far, the left guard and tackle. Is that 66?
Is that BB still out there?
That's BB.
Okay. Here's McHenry. McHenry looking to throw, and just throws that one away to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's big number 5 there, Kingston Hall in there for the Tigers, putting the pressure on. He's a good-sized lad, good-looking football player. On see what his size is. Kind of folded my cheat sheet in half, so I don't. He looks like a good-sized lad.
Yep. They got him at 6'4", number 5.
Yeah, number 5.
6'4",
looks like a football player.
6'4", 266.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely a football player.
I'll put him in just about any position out there. So the Bulldogs with a first down, 1st and 10 on their own 48, as we're almost to the 8-minute mark. Appreciate those of you who have stayed with us through thick and thin tonight. More thin than thick, John, but still got the FNB faithful. And we're at with new press box that's still, even though the stadium has been completed, we're still fine-tuning the press box with internet and all those types of things. So we're expecting that to be completed along with the elevator. And I don't think that is quite completed yet as well. I haven't heard any dings as we've been up here.
Right.
So we're still taking the stairs, but Dale Condit Stadium, W.L. Odom Field is something to behold.
Yeah, it's quite a nice, amazing facility. That's one thing coming back to Wagner over the years here, the last 3 years I've been here. It's just, I'm so impressed by our facilities.
Yes.
Yes. And how good and nice it is. Just very thankful and blessed to be part of this athletic program.
Number 29 is Blake Smith on that last carry, checking in the lineup. Here's McHenry. McHenry going to take it down, and looked like that ball was just about to come out as number 5 again on the stop.
Right. Yeah, he's a big fella. Good size.
So, matter of fact, talking about the facilities here, we are actually going to host a football game tomorrow.
That's right.
I think they're calling it Showdown in the Dubtown. The
Showdown in
Haskell
Dubtown.
Haymakers. And are they
Cold
still
Cord?
called the Haymakers?
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
sure. Yeah, haymakers.
And then the Cold Cord, I know they're blue and white, I believe.
I can't remember what their mascot is.
Their,
That's tomorrow night.
Yes, their head coach is Ryan Keenum, who is a former coach here at Wagner.
Oh, okay.
And he is now, I think they said he returned home. He's a Cold Cord graduate. And so he has taken over that Cold Cord team. I think this may be his 3rd year there. And so he's coming back to his second home, as he was here for a few years to coach Wagner football, and they are going to play Haskell. So it's Haskell versus Cold Cord right here at W.L. Odom Field. As we have a new punter, I think that might be Elijah Love.
That's Love. Yeah.
Okay.
13.
Gets a good punt away and gets a good bounce. He's down to the 21-yard line, but that game is here tomorrow at 7 o'clock. And so a little bit different look for W.L. Odom Field, as there will be no one in red and black.
It'll be pretty much blue and white, I think. I'm pretty sure,
Yep.
Haskell's colors blue and white. Cold Cord blue and white. So, yeah, come out and want to watch some Saturday night football on Odom Field? Come on out.
Good friend of mine and former assistant principal at Wagner Middle School, Darren Hummingbird, is the high school principal at Haskell. And no doubt he'll be here, and I'm looking forward to seeing him and an exciting football game. So if you have a chance, you can come out and watch the Haskell and Cold Cord battle here at W.L. Odom Field. And if you were with us last week or you saw all the social media posts, this newly renovated stadium is now called Dale Condit Stadium. And of course, John, it wasn't if, it was when.
Yeah.
It would be called that.
Yeah, I just had a feeling. I had no intel. Nobody told me. I just had a feeling that sometime soon they would probably name this stadium after him for his 19 seasons of excuse me, 19 seasons of success. It's hard to do that and have winning seasons year after year after year, but Wagner has been able to. We have the program from the youth football up to the junior high to build these athletes, build these kids, and have the facilities to support them. So it's been real nice. So that's number 62 in on the tackle, along with number 99. That's Bilal Long, and number 51.
62 is Carter Brown, and 51 Ryland Whitaker.
Getting their name called tonight. So they'll give him forward progress to the 41, even though he was tackled back about the 37.
John, you're talking about the Little League teams, and I have had the unique opportunity to be the public address announcer on Saturdays for the 1st through 6th grade Bulldogs. And is this Klinger or no?
That's 14, I think.
Yeah, that's Cantrell, I believe.
Cantrell.
Number 14 is Noah Cantrell on that carry, and he will be into Tiger territory to the 42-yard line. But John, even the first graders, there's pretty good athletes out there.
That's right.
And a lot of times you'll see if it's not some of our Wagner coaches, it's some of our Wagner high school players down there on the sidelines helping out to coach these
Right,
teams.
yeah, mentoring them.
And so
I like
it's
to look at it.
pretty exciting to see that. And I've heard Coach Condit say himself that that's part of the success that the Wagner Bulldogs have had is because of the connection that the Little League Wagner Youth Football Association has had with our school sports.
Yeah, that's true.
And
true.
he pretty much has given as much credit as you can to even those first grade teams, and had the Bulldog Bash a couple of weeks ago where you got all of those teams and the cheerleaders and the trainers. When you're here, and I have the pleasure to get to announce all of those teams, and it's full once first through sixth grade, the seventh, eighth, and ninth grade teams, and the varsity teams get out there. This field is full of all kinds of students and coaches and volunteers, and it seems like half of Wagner is
That's
there,
awesome.
and the other half is in the stadium, the stands watching.
Right, watching. That's awesome.
So we're getting close to 2.5 minutes left in the ball game. As you've still been able to watch the activity going on in the field, as we've kind of gotten a little bit off track here. But again, the Bulldogs have had this in hand since early second quarter and possibly even late first quarter. This is a Tiger ball, 2nd and 9. Finds
got
a
open
man out
field
the
here.
flat. And
Hold on,
24, that's Jonas Smith, able to ride him out of bounds to the 17-yard line. And the Tigers looking to nullify this shutout.
Right.
And so we'll see what the Bulldogs will have to say about that.
As a defensive coach, you're like, I want to really
Yep.
protect the shutout. I don't want them to score.
Yep.
I don't want them to score, but they've moved the ball. This is our what I call our second string in here. So they've had a little success moving the ball. But some of our guys have made some good plays here, so that's promising. When you come in off the sidelines and get some action, and you're making tackles and making plays, that's awesome.
So it'll be 2nd and 8 from the Bulldog 15, and
Coach
the
Condit's
Tiger.
going to talk about
Okay.
it. No, Coach Condit.
Yep. Yep.
He wants to give him a little pep. He's like, fellas, we got 1:22 left. We got a shutout going.
I believe it's Gilstrap who is the defensive coordinator Rob Gilstrap, defensive coordinator for the Bulldogs. I think he was the first one out there after the timeout, wanting to talk to his defense about preserving this shutout.
Yeah. It's a big deal when a lot of times you before a game you'll have a goal board for your offense and your defense, and you'll have a list of how many first downs you want to allow or how many third and outs for your defense, and you just turnovers what you shoot for, and if you're wanting to pitch a shutout, it's just more incentive when you have that board and your goals to try to achieve that. So I'm sure they are wanting to protect that. As we get into district play, that will factor in. I don't think it factors in right now.
Right.
But district play, the scores do take into account when there's tiebreakers. That's number 3 over the middle, and he is smoked there by number 14 as they throw a late flag.
Yeah.
That was a clean hit, in my opinion, Jeremy.
Well, I think the ball was away as he reached up to grab it and went off his hands, and then the hit came.
Okay.
I mean, it was close. It was close, but we are going to have a personal foul for against the Bulldogs. But with 1:15 left, we're not going to keep the fans too long after the final whistle. It's been a rough night for us, but it's 51-0. It's 44-0 at halftime. The Bulldogs took the opening drive of the second half in for another score, and that got it, and the extra point got us to 51. And if you're a Bulldog fan, you're hoping that it's going to end like that. But the Tigers are definitely knocking on the door. Here's a handoff over the left side. That's Love. Yep. Number 13, Elijah Love, able to sling him down at the 10. Yep, going to be right at the 10. So this time it's going to be 3rd and 3 on the 10 as the Tigers have a chance to get first down yardage. I believe they have 1 timeout left. They're not going to take it yet, but here's a inside
touchdown.
Touchdown. Is that Elvis again?
That's number 1.
Oh, number 1. Okay. Number
got
1.
JJ.
Yep, JJ Antoine.
Yeah, just ran the old 3-yard slant and beat our corner over the middle for a touchdown for the Tigers. So there goes the shutout, but no big deal. No big deal.
So it was Antoine on the reception. He's just a meagerly 6'2". So extra
There's
point.
the PAT, and it is good.
Up and good. And John, some people might say, 51-0. Why are we still doing all this? But if you're on the receiving end of a 51-0 score, you're still trying 51-7.
Yeah.
It just does something to your mind that that just helps better than a 51-0.
Well, it's kind of like fishing, Jeremy. When you go fishing and you get skunked, you don't catch a fish all day. You're out there for 8 to 10 hours, and you don't catch a fish, and you get skunked. That doesn't sit well with you. But if you at least catch 1,
there you go,
or 2, then it was a slow day, but at least you got something. Same thing with golf. I mean, golf it brings you back, and you may have 17 bad holes, but you birdied number 14. Well, you chipped in from off the green from 40 feet out.
Right.
You got a birdie, so it kind of brings you back. So just those little things like that. Small victory.
And what we've seen, the positive plays that have come for the Tigers, it's been on those skinny slants. I mean, they've had several of those.
Yeah, Elvis Myers caught. Oh wow, deep kick.
Kick. And that is going to be in the end zone for the touchback. But the Tigers have had some success on those, coming out here, get the tee. Have had success on those skinny slants, whatever you want to call it. And that last one went for a 10-yard score. So the Tigers get on the board. It's 51-7. This is probably going to be the last snap of the game as the game clock gets to about 30 seconds.
This should be the old victory formation.
Yep.
Take the snap, take a knee. We got a new quarterback in there.
That might be Klinger. Yeah, that's Klinger handing off, and that will be the last. Oh my goodness! I'm kind of glad that this may be the last snap. As there was a lot of whistles, and there was still a lot of pushing backwards. So we are going to see and hear the last buzzer as it strikes 0. Wagner Bulldogs 51, Tahlequah Tigers 7. Next week, John, we are traveling to Bristow to take on the Pirates.
The Purple Pirates of Bristow.
Pirates.
We're going to Bristow territory.
And we will be there, and hopefully with a lot better results as far as the stream-wise. We'll still take the same result score-wise, though. That's for sure.
That's for sure.
And that will happen next Friday, kickoff at 7. And we hope to bring that to your living rooms if you cannot make it in person. So that's going to do it for us here up in the booth. For Garrett Haddock and John Page, this is Jeremy Holmes saying good night and God bless America.